Sup everyone, this is Jump and Shoot playing El Shaddai Ascension to the Metatron for Awesome Games Done Quick. And I just want to say about these badge checks, like I get that they're in every game, but it feels like in this one it's kind of dumb. Because it's here, but it's not like you can get here without having all the badges anyway. So, like, by the time you get here, you've already gotten all the badges, and it's just like, what is this here for? Like, if it was more in the center of the region, as like a place you could keep trying to go to, but never make it because you don't have all the badges at any time, it makes more sense. Or like in the original, in maybe gold and silver and red and blue, like you can try to go through Indigo Plateau every time you get a badge, and it will tell you, oh, you don't have enough badges. It's like, okay. But here, it's just, I feel like it's dumb. And also, the Victory Road here is different, too. It's different because it's now a cave underground. Instead of, like, being a weird hilltop cave thing going on. This feels like I'm gonna try to make this the finale. If not, it's gonna just be two videos. The last two videos here. Oh shit, this guy is level 59. Let's try using a surf. So I have been watching a couple of adult media. Or that's a weird thing to say, like, adult cartoons, like, Family Guy, just like old adult oriented cartoons as of late. Like I watched, I already said it before, I watched Drawn Together. I still want to write a little video about each, like, kind of goodish episode I saw. And then I also watched a few episodes of Family Guy. I pretty much just picked up on season 17. And Family Guy is weird because I know it's like a pop culture show, and that's pretty much all it is. But gosh, I can't even recommend looking at it because. Okay, this is bad because it's either going to use a flying type move or a psychic type move. And it picked a flying type move. Yay! Because there are funny moments in some of these episodes, but it's just surrounded by the usual, like, A plot, B plot crap. Like, I start to miss episodes like the Brian and Stewie multiverse kind of shit. Like Brian and Stewie Road to Whatever. There's actually some episodes with all the family that it just sticks to a single plot because they're all together in some episodes. So the plot is about like one thing, and that's fine. And they can still write the same kind of jokes in it. But the other thing about the jokes is that, like, the way the show is, it's just like a joke a second. It's like, you gotta keep up. Come on, we're telling jokes here. Laugh, laugh, laugh. It's like, and all these really deep cut references. Like, oh my god, dude. I know before season 17, they finally made a Leroy Jenkins joke. Like, holy shit. Ugh. I remember the first time I saw that, I was like, Leroy? I haven't even thought about that. And that was my generation's, like, stupid World of Warcraft meme. And then here Family Guy is like 15 years later just making that joke. Like, oh my god. And I was watching an episode from season 17, and where's my medicine? They do a GoldenEye N64 reference. It's like this whole sequence, and it's really out of place too, because it's about Meg joining the Olympics or something, and then Peter gets lost on a train to it's probably Beijing or Japan or something, or Korea, where they hold the Olympics, and Meg goes off this course to save Peter because he gets caught up in a thing. But they just out of nowhere decide to go, okay, but we have to do this for N64 retro game GoldenEye style, and then it just switches to this FPS perspective with like low polygons, and it just goes on for like 2 minutes. Like I laughed. It was a little funny for sure, but like, gosh, these jokes are so obscure. Like usually they just do a celebrity name drop and call it a day. But I guess what I'm saying is ones like those take a little bit more effort. I don't know. It was fine. But yeah, overall I can't even recommend any episodes because just as a whole, these episodes just go in one ear out the other. Just that's all the humor is. It's just drive-by, fast kind of humor. Like, yikes! I don't even know what to say. It's just, do you want to chuckle while you're like half asleep with the TV on still because you need to go to work early in the morning, but you forgot to turn off the TV and you need to go to bed, but you can't. I didn't bring anybody with strength. Oh my fucking god. Okay, my least favorite thing about going back to old Pokemon games is fucking the HMs crap. Like, ugh. Because then I gotta put it on somebody I don't care about, or even I gotta put it on something I do care about because I don't want to just waste a slot just for HMs. Ugh. It has not aged well in my opinion. I want to have a full team of guys like all the time, and I can't because either I don't want to have just one guy with all the HMs and waste that slot, or I don't want to have a team which has all the HMs across each other, but then they don't have like the one extra move that makes them like good and work. Anyway, you can't talk about Family Guy because I can't describe it as, oh, you know, the episode with where the thing happens, because nothing happens, and I guess that's fine because it's an animated sitcom. Nothing is really supposed to like happen in every episode, but it just sucks that you can't name them by what happens in them because it's all so random and stupid, and like the jokes are contained out. The jokes are fine even out of context, which makes me be like, okay, oh shit, that's like a double whammy. But it's not stab, and yeah, it's not stab. That was almost pretty bad. Yeah. But some of the jokes are fine out of context. But I mean, like, you know, I could just watch this on like a YouTube Shorts or a Twitter clip or something, and it'd be the same effect because that's how random they are. They feel out of context, even in context. It's just the way the jokes are in there. Like, oh my god, I'm still trying to find the episode where Lois screams. I feel like I'm gonna have to go through like 2 or 3 more seasons where she's like, "Oh my god, Peter!" Because that was funny out of context, but now I actually wanna find it in context this time. And I thought I was gonna run into it because there's an episode where Peter connects with Lois's mom, and she divorces the Peter Schmidt dad guy, and I was like, oh, is this the one? And it's like, no, they revisit these same connections across multiple characters like a little too often. And because there's another episode where Brian connects with Quagmire's father, who transitioned into a woman, so now it's his mom. But the first episode where that happened, they already hooked up, and Quagmire was pissed. But now it happens again. It's just they have to go through the whole thing again, where Quagmire is pissed that Brian is dating his newly transitioned mom again. So, like, they revisit these same things across different seasons. Like, oh my god, dude. And there's a lot of like fourth wall kind of episodes too, or gosh. The one I watched recently was a little bit funny. It's they're doing like, oh god, this thing is fast as shit, and it knows energy ball too, but it's not stab, so it doesn't work. They're doing like a Q&A tests for what should the new Family Guy reboot be about, and they just go through like 3 hypothetical storylines. It's actually pretty funny. Like, it plays with the tropes of like adult television and stuff. I don't know what else to say. There's a Riverdale Family Guy parody. There's a what else is there? They just make a pilot where Lois is the main character, and there's just a bunch of like pro feminist jokes. It's very hacky. Maybe it's not all good, is what I'm getting at, but it was a little funny. A little funny is modern Family Guy. It's a little funny, but gosh dang if I'm not laughing the whole way through. I don't think I said that right. I'm not having that good a time all the time. Please die in 2 hits. That would be very cool if you did that. Thank you. Conclusion. I cannot tell you a good episode of Family Guy because it's all the same shit. There you go. that's what I'm concluding with. I sure didn't bring enough max potions for this. And I was gonna go back and watch like the newer seasons of Robot Chicken too, even though it's like basically the same kind of humor. But it makes sense in context of Robot Chicken because it's about, or in the earlier seasons, it was about like a scientist guy, a mad scientist, forcing a chicken to watch television. So that's the nature of all those jokes. But in Family Guy, it was like you're just doing cutaway gags in like really weird flashbacks. So it's weird when they do it. I don't know. The other show I checked out was an old show called Titan Maximum that was pretty much made also by the Robot Chicken people. Well, you know, it has the stop motion stuff with the toys and everything. I remember liking it as a kid, but I think I was just laughing at the characters swearing at each other, and that's all they did. Like, there was almost no substance to that show. There was a little bit of drama, but gosh, man, it was just like characters swearing at each other, talking about sex and drinking, and like, god damn, like that's such terrible shit. And like, you know, a lot of crotch kicking jokes, like I guess it was fine for the character. There's a character named Sasha who's like, it's like Power Rangers basically. She's like the Black Ranger. God damn it, I wanted a double battle. But anyway, her thing is every man has a weakness in his crotch. Like, oh, she just kicks everything in the crotch. She tries to kick an ice monster in the crotch and it doesn't work. And she's like, no! Like, okay, I get it. But like, the main character is an asshole. She is an asshole. And then there's Jodie, who's like this, like the Yellow Ranger. She's also like kind of also an asshole. Even though they make her like the Squidward of the show, where she tries to do the right thing all the time, but she keeps getting screwed over by the other characters. It's like, I'm not gonna say that. She just gets the shaft like every time, and that's how they write her. Whatever. And just a lot of nonsense. I was trying to think, like, what did I ever see in this show as a kid? I think for me it was like I liked the anime jokes. Some of it was okay. I remember thinking the little drama between Jody and the main villain, who is when he was an ex-ranger like them, and they all formed Titan Maximum, and he was the Blue Ranger, but he went evil, I guess. And I almost avoided that battle, but now I'm in another one. Awesome. Is it Pokemon like cool and awesome and amazing? Yes, especially Gen 5. That's not even a sarcastic comment. How dare I do that? Even have you believe that I don't like aspects of Pokemon when it's an old game, okay? But yeah, it's Titan Maximum only has one season. It's like 8 episodes. I was like, damn, what happened to this show? I can totally see why it was canceled, because it was fucking dumb. It was pretty much, I feel dumb for saying this, but it was pretty much just Robot Chicken with a plot. The way that it's animated. But I kind of like the theme overall of, like, you know, kind of washed up Power Ranger type dudes who have to work together to fight a mech. I'll just spoil it right here. It looks like it was gonna be it could have been Monster of the Day kind of show, which would have made more sense, but it's not. It's very continuous. But there isn't a lot of monsters actually in the show. They continue like right after each other, which was fine on paper, but you don't have a show where they turn into a giant robot and they don't bite things. They maybe have bought like 2 things out of the entire show. I don't remember the first one. The second one was the ice monster. The next thing they fight was the evil Titan Maximum, where the villain tricked the Galactic Federation, for lack of a better term, to like fund a new one and to get rid of the old one. That was his like master plan, to just like get rid of that Titan Maximum team so they can stop being the robot. But it pretty much ends with them blowing up a retirement home and in like an entire planet on Mars, I think. It's just full of old people. They end up blowing that up, and I don't recall what happens to the villain. They just it makes it seem like they're gonna go on to keep being Titan Maximum, but they don't. And it's really lame, and I was like, that's how it ends? They just kill everybody? What the fuck? Oh my god, and it was terrible. It was worse than I remember. But yeah, I am looking at all these old adult cartoon shows, because I wanted, in the future, I want to create a comic. Or just like, put out like little 4-panel comic with jokes on them. And I'm researching how to best condense or just put out like little jokes, especially not like, I don't want to say Family Guy style kind of humor, but just that level of delivery where, yeah, in a Family Guy joke they'll be like, oh, like that time I so and so and so and so. And I'll look at that and I'm like, this would be funny if it wasn't attached to a cutaway joke for no reason. And like they're not trying to force it into a context that makes even a little bit of sense. You know, like they'll do a joke about like surfing with a duck named Clarice. And it's an episode about, like, someone's in the hospital or something. It's like, this is just random upon random. I don't remember if Sawsbuck is normal grass. I think it's normal also. Ah, shit. That's bad. It is, but now my attack is dropped. Maybe this time... Oh, fuck! Earthquake! Nature power. Alright. That's going places. Yeah, I'm trying to just get a feel for like, I don't want to make like little safe, inoffensive humor. Also, like I like offensive jokes. I just feel like in general they have a bit of a bite to them, you know. I do have a guy with surf. I can get that. I don't think I have a guy with waterfall. Anyway, I forgot that there was a special called SpongeBob. I know this isn't adult humor anymore, but I watched it. There was a special called SpongeBob, the Tidal Zone, and it was an anthology little thing, based on like the surreal stuff that you would see in the Twilight Zone. That's the pun, the Tidal Zone, and that was truly awful. Because I hadn't seen how they handle SpongeBob since the Sponge on the Run movie. No, yeah, that was the last SpongeBob thing I watched. I didn't watch the show. Fuck the microphone. I never looked into the show around that time. I never looked at anything really. Now, I'm going to put in this guy, and he's going to do great things. So, I'm seeing how they animate all these characters now, and then they're really exaggerated and dumb. The first segment of the Tidal Zone is the Patrick Show style thing, and it really just hit me that the Patrick Show is just full of shit. It's like the worst. They just extracted the worst aspects of like modern SpongeBob, where it's all random. It's just these characters are too stupid. Everything is just happening. It's so dumb. All the humor is purely visual. There's no like contextual dialogue or that kind of humor, like set up punchline joke that you might have seen in older SpongeBob. Just it was just pure nonsense. Like, I actually regretted waking up that day and being alive. And Patrick's supporting cast, like his family, are so stupid too. Oh my god, I don't even know where to begin. Oh shit, that's the sword dance. I have a bunch of slow Buster guys and Floatzel. And then one of my other guys is not a Buster, Altaria. Well, I guess this is the part where he dies. Oh shit, the comeback kid! He's gonna die from Sandstorm. Oh, get fucked. Okay, yeah, I know it's supposed to be the Twilight Zone, but there was no story in this segment. It was just weird things happening because the Twilight Zone. Because you know how weird the Twilight Zone is. It's just random stuff with no moral at the end or thing to think about. You know, what business do you have using that pun? What gives you the right? And I didn't like any of it. It sucked. I don't remember the next one. It was probably Mr. Krabs centric. Oh yes, it was about a phone. Mr. Krabs gets this phone, and every time he calls on it, it makes him do a thing that he would normally never do. And it usually involves giving things to other people for free. But every time he does that, 2 pennies comes out of the phone. He's like, oh, this phone creates free money, but it keeps making me do things I don't want to do. Oh no, what a conundrum. And it just gets to the point where he gives away all of his things, and then the phone is out of money, so it stops giving him money, and then finally it sucks him back in. And then there's like Devil Ray character, who I actually thought looked pretty cool. But yeah, Mr. Krabs goes in the phone, and then he tries to get people to use the phone so he can get out. I don't know. But he likes being around all the big money, so he doesn't want anyone to answer. So it like the morality backfires or some shit. I don't know. Oh my god, dude, come on. Floatzel. Jesus H. Christ. Nobody gets experience from that. Ah! And there was another episode about... Oh, this was a Camp Coral thing. I don't remember what happens. Sandy... Something happens to Sandy. Oh! It's a Karen episode in Camp Coral. Because in that one... Oh! I forgot another one. A different story. But in this one... Patrick and Karen switch minds. And... Karen's like, I don't want to go back to being a robot on a shoe because that's boring. And then Patrick's like, I don't want to go back to being that thing because I want to be on the wheel. Am I going back somewhere? Where is this? Is this still the Victory Road? I hope I don't have to use cut because I don't want to use cut. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's that one. Pectin and Karen switch bodies. I never saw the designs of Camp Coral, other than Patrick, Sandy, and that's it. And Squidward maybe, but there's also like a kid Bubble Bass. There's a Mr. Krabs is a little younger. Plankton is there. I don't remember if he's any different. Squidward is different. I never even knew Karen was part of Camp Coral. Like, I presume to just like not use certain characters, but they just kidified everyone in that show, and I don't like it. It's so dumb that they even made that thing. They really went against a dead guy's wishes to like just not destroy his franchise that he created, you know. Yeah. And the next one was there's a story where everyone is just a robot in... It's called, like, Spongetron... Spongetron Squarable or some shit. Everyone's a robot. That's the joke. That's it. It's just an episode of SpongeBob, but they're robots. In this one, instead of a computer wife, Plankton has a fish wife. That's the extent of that joke. That whole setting in general. I don't think anything weird happened. Why the fuck do you have Sludge Bomb and I don't have a Sludge Bomb? Anyway, yeah. It ends on like... Because the first segment, the Patrick Star segment, Patrick's grandpa, who's voiced by Dana Harvey? Dana Snyder? I don't remember. The voice of Master Shake. And he gets transported through a door and he's just running around through the dimensions. And I don't remember what happened exactly, but it ends with him running through a portal. There's a bunch of like fourth wall breaky jokes, and then he ends up back at home. That's it. Oh, you know what? In the Patrick Star segment, they shrink. It's a shrinking episode, and they shrink so far to the molecular level that happens. Like, okay, whatever. That's nothing. Go figure. There's a shrinking episode of Family Guy in season 17. Also, am I going back? Where am I going? Okay. So I need to put the ball in the hole. Yeah. Wait, how are you supposed to do this? Wait, what? Wait, what? Huh? Here's my guess. Well, it has all these, like, gaps in the ground. I don't think you can actually... Okay. I'm assuming it just go. Oh no, you can't do that. Okay. I don't. Okay, cool. Where does that put me? I don't know where I am. I'm gonna make it through Victory Road and then call it an episode. Yeah, there's a shrinking episode of Family Guy. That's one of those episodes where, like, one thing is happening. There's no A plot and B plot. Like, well, actually, well, it's one of the Brian and Stewie episodes. So, what am I even saying anymore? But yeah, it focuses on that, and I like that more for it. Just write an episode that uses all of the characters. Like, come on, you can do it. Come on, not that hard. And yeah, that was the title zone. I hated it. And I feel like I'm running out of things to watch on YouTube. That's why I tried watching. I talked about this in the Spark 3 video where I'm trying to look at other people. I started watching ProZD and whatever he has going on. They're playing one of those nonary games. I only know one of them is 9 versus 9 rooms and 9 doors because I looked up the soundtrack for it once. But there's also Zero Time Dilemma and Zero Escape. And then I forgot the name of the other one. Can we fix it? Yes, we can. Caleed is pretty cool sometimes. And my special defense fell. That was not pretty cool. Yeah, I'm running out of people to watch. I try to save my podcast for work. So yeah, now I'm just checking out obscure animated things and revisiting old things I grew up with. Because that's where I am at in life, apparently. Yes, please, thank you. Oh, Christ, I got stun locked into my own max repel menu. Because I wanted to heal the guy, because he died again. This Victory Road is actually pretty tough. And I'm not just saying that because I have terrible Pokemon. Alright, hopefully he doesn't use like Zen Headbutt or Ice Punch or some crazy shit like that. Sacred Sword. Okay, so we can 2-hit kill. That's great. Awesome, amazing. I like Minning's sprite here. Minning is cool. And I'm still faster, which means you're going into Grinder. Alright, Confagragus. You know what I also watched recently is Cats Don't Dance. You know, the old Warner Brothers movie. It sucks because that was like, I think one of the last, whatever the company changed its name to before it became Warner Animation Group. It used to be called something else. And now it's that. But that was one of the last few movies that they made or produced. And I think that movie holds up. It's fine. It's a fun looking movie. I forgot that it opens up with a weird, like, narrator saying how the main character, cat guy, is gonna clash with Darla Dimple, the Shirley Temple evil clone thing. Luckily for you, Scrapbook isn't very heavy, so that's not gonna work. But yeah, it just starts with that, like, pretty much spoiler. Like, hey, just so you know, this guy is gonna enter this town. He's not gonna know what's going on. And then he's going to clash with Darla Dimple, who actually hates animals. And then he's going to uncover all the secrets and do all the things. And it's like, why did you do that? You could have just let the movie play out, you know? I'm hoping this isn't the beginning. I don't want to leave yet. I'm going to do a quick save real quick. If it is the beginning, I'm going to reset the damn game. and it was the beginning, which means I had to reset the game. But yeah, I like the songs in it. They're fine. And also I like the characters. They're also fine. One of them is really fine. In fact, so fine that I may or may not have a list of characters that I add to where I say, I'm not a furry, but this one's pretty good. I do like Dollar Dimple's song, what's it called? Big and Loud. And like the singing chops on the whoever little girl was saying it at the time, like, is kind of wild. I think that's like a 8 or 9-year-old who did those lines, and she fucking has a deep ass voice. She can go pretty deep. And then the end song, no one's gonna stop us now, no one's gonna stop us now. It's pretty good. Now I need to find a way out. Can I go up? Oh god, more strength puzzles. Okay. Well, this isn't that bad. I just have to push it up, right? You just have to push it up, and we like that, okay? We like that. The old Pokemon games used to have the puzzles, and we like that, okay? We like that. I forgot to heal Buizel. Anyway. But the animation is good in Katso Dance. It's very bouncy and fluid. Everybody has a good, distinct, silhouette with their character design. It's the story of, like, animals trying to get their acting jobs in Hollywood, but they can't because they're all... how do I say this? It's like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, where toons are just, like, discriminated against, but in this time it's like cartoon animals. Like, the only kind of parts they can get are, like, background characters, or in this movie's case, like, the only big job that they all get is just a side part in Darla Dimple's movie where she's doing the arc, and which involves animals, so they're all happy to be in it because it's perfect for them. But the whole point of the movie is to prove that, like, hey, these animal characters can do things on their own and not be side characters. So now, by the end of the movie, they're in things like The Mask and Casablanca and just a bunch of, like, classic movies, but this time starring animated animals. It's a weird, like, rights movement backdoor message thingy going on there. Oh my god. Right, he's paralyzed. I forgot. It's Probopass. He's not doing shit. Probopass. I have an idea for a Nosepass evolution. I'm also jotting down a list of, like, Fakemon ideas to do for my setting of a Pokemon game. Okay, so either I'm gonna have a different kind of Nosepass that turns into this thing, but I have an idea for a Nosepass variant where it's like a rock salt Nosepass who is used in, like, rituals, like witchcraft rituals. Like, they use Nosepass to, I don't know, conjure up the dead because he's made of rocks. He's made of, like, the perfect rock salt to do this thing. So the whole theme is, like, cult magic and witchcraft and shit like that. I need to organize this thing. So, and then, and the evolution is about, like, psychic, foreteller, seer stuff. And his evolution is called Nostradamus, named after Nostradamus, the prophecy. I don't know. Look it up. Nostradamus is an important name in the world of insert area of expertise here. And I appreciate the pun as soon as I thought of it. Like, oh, Nostradamus. That's awesome. I'm using that. So yeah, that's what I have going on. Okay, I need to heal some dudes here. But yeah, Can't So Dance like would have been fine if they didn't have that opening bit, and it would have made Darla Dimple's like gradual turn into chaos like seem a little bit more surprising, because I feel like knowing that at the beginning of the movie is kind of dumb. I don't even know if that's a nitpick. I think that's a fair case. Like, it didn't need that. But no one's gonna stop us. 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 Now, now, now. And before you say, oh no, Spade's a furry. Look, shut up. Look, I like Captain Amelia. I like Captain. Whoops. Captain. I was going to say Captain Rouge. Rouge. The fox from Sly Cooper. Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? I can only count 4 people. I can only count 4 characters. It's not even a list. It's just 4 people. Please don't kill me in one hit. It's not enough to be considered like a backdoor furry. I don't know, a closeted furry, if you will. Yeah, it's not enough. I would say they have to have like, yeah. I don't like Crystal the Fox. Like, that's already out. I don't like Renamon. That's already out. Like, I can't even. I'm not even. I can't even pretend to be a true furry. I don't like the 2 biggest ones, and I don't care for Vivzy Pop's cartoons. I don't care about wolf characters. I don't care about anything. I just care about like the anthropomorphic, like human ones, the ones that are basically human, like Turmoil from SWAT Cats. Like, she doesn't even look like the cat like the rest of the show. She's so out of place. It doesn't even make sense. I feel like they designed a woman, like a human woman character, in like dominatrix gear, and then they just put cat ears on her and called it a day. You know? Anyway, animated stuff. Are we out of here yet? Gosh, man. Alright, so Gurin Retired is going to be level 65 by the end of this shit. Oh boy, Vanillux. I actually don't have a problem with Vanillux. Like, I like the design. It's fine. Everyone always harps on like, ice cream cone trash bag. Like, if I hear one person say that shit, I'm just gonna throw out the here's your hive mind NPC card for thinking the most obvious fucking shit about Pokemon. Am I almost there? I feels like I'm almost there. I don't know why there's so many different entries and entrances here. Where does this go? There better be a TM in here. Oh, okay. Let's see. Nope. That's a Pokemon. I was hoping it would be a gem, but it said it's Excadrill. You know what? Excadrill is also a ground type, but like, he would just make the game too easy. So I ain't trying to have an easy time. We're trying to have a good time, okay? Oh, okay. There's the item. Well, why is this? Let's see. What's out here? It's a Zoroark. What's he doing here? I think he just sits there. I think that's N Zoroark. Actually, let's just stop speculating and just talk to the damn thing, alright? Quan! This Pokemon won't move. It's protecting something. Whatever. He's got more important things to do than, like, sit outside of a cave. In my HO... Oh, God. Okay, Ghost Gem. That's fine. But I hope this item down here is a TM. Dragon Scale. I have no use for that. I have a Dragon Fang and a Dragon Scale. And I have one Dragon type that has no Dragon moves. Alright. Alright, I'm just gonna cut to me getting to the steps of the Elite Four, because I can't force out any more information out of myself. Okay, I did it. We're out through the Elite Four. We can beat the game now. But wait a minute! It's our friend, Polio. He's back to take our legs. Oh, I'll battle you before I take on the Elite Four. The more Pokemon you have, the more stronger you get, right? That was actually there just a little bit farther more to go before I cut, but like I didn't want to sit there just blabbing on and on between battles. It's like, oh, he only has 4 Pokemon? He doesn't even have a full team? Come on, this is the end of the game, dude. I can't believe that, you know? Well, there's no way he has like an answer to steel types, so I'm going to put this guy here. I like when Victory Road is like a gigantic maze, with like trainers, and not a lot of HM crap going on either. Like I had to use strength like what, twice, and it went by pretty fast. That's fine. I like that. We like that. We like that the HMs don't use as much. We like that. Okay, we like that. Slurp, slurp, slurp. Groupity, groupity, group. Well, I guess I don't have to use shift gear anymore, but I also have to make sure he doesn't hit himself. Okay. And the trainers were fine too. There was no like curveballs. I just had like 2 to 3 Pokemon. It was fine with me. Max potion. Look, I haven't used any max potions here. Okay, in this entire playthrough. Anyway, this rival, I'm actually shocked at how much less Pokemon he has. Oh, you just had to do it, didn't you? You just had... I don't remember when he got paralyzed or how he got paralyzed. I don't recall using Thunder Wave on it, but I guess he did. Oh, and you had to hurt yourself again. Oh, wow. I've actually never seen that move like boosted before. Oh, you know what's weird? I found out about Facade. Like, it kind of applies the type of paralysis that you are onto the other Pokemon, but if they're the same type, like it has no effect. Like before, I got burned before, and it had a guy with Facade, but I tried to use it on a fire type, and it didn't work. It just said doesn't affect them. So I was like, why is it applying the type to them? Like what? Why? Or I think it might work the same way if they're poisoned too. Like if you're poisoned, you try to use Facade, you apply this like poison type thing, I guess. I somehow lost Kling against a fucking flying type. He has very low defense for a steel type. It's really weird. Or maybe he has low HP or one of the other things. Oh great, as well a charge. Okay. Yeah, things I don't have access to. Yeah, okay, yeah, sure, okay, yeah. Oh, critical hit. Oh yeah, okay, sure. Just hit me with your critical hit coverage move. Okay, yeah, okay, yeah, okay. I get it. But I need this guy to have some experience. So, oh my god, really? I didn't think he was that slow. Alright. Fine with them. Moxie, baby. Do I at least fight his starter? I think he's going to have Simisear. He may just only need 4 Pokemon. he can kill me now. That's cool. That guy would be really good with Assault Vests. I should get Assault Vests. And I lived anyway. That's cool. And you couldn't even kill Simisear with a +1... with a +1 attack boost payback. Come on. Oh, it's gonna use Flamethrower again. I should have thought about that. Or no, use Brick Break. That's fine with me too. You know what I was gonna say about Family Guy? This is only season 17 that I'm just revisiting. But god damn, the writing is so bitter. And sometimes it's played as a joke, but like they just keep doing it every other episode. They have to take a jab at like whatever's popular more than them at the time, like Bob's Burgers or some other live action show, Game of Thrones, Better Call Saul, The Wire, just The Sopranos, just whatever. just happens to be more in the public conscious than them. Like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, in the episode where they're trying to look for new pilots, like, they do a bit about BoJack Horseman. I'm like, really? We speak to, like, disgruntled mid-20-year-olds or something. It's like, okay, you nailed it, I guess, but somebody's bitter. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, and I'm not gonna say this, but season 17 also had the Trump fight joke in it. Oh, god damn, I'm getting killed by... He only has 4 Pokemon, and I'm getting killed. But, yeah, they did the Donald Trump thing, and the way they set it up is, like, Trump is trying to move in on Meg, and he's, like, perving on her and stuff, and Peter walks in, like, oh my god, Donald Trump is molesting my daughter, yeah! And they go, I'm the president, I can do whatever I want! Now they have a long fight scene like they do with the chicken, but it's Donald Trump at the end, and it's whatever. But I was like, they must have thought they were so cool for having Peter Griffin fight Trump. Like, what the fuck is happening with your commentary? Okay, so this was the Pokemon Center. I hope it still is. Yes, it is. And a lot of times their jokes are like, they'll just describe a situation and be like, oh, this is like that one time that a celebrity got into this really hot water and were entered a scandal. That, yeah, that really happened, guys. That really happened. It's like, it's not a joke if you're just gonna say what happened and then blurt out to the audience that it was a real thing that happened. Like, oh, this is like the time, oh my god, this is like the time Kanye West became a neo-Nazi and started saying weird stuff on Alex Jones. Guys, that really happened. Like, yeah, no shit, we all saw it happen. Like, this is like the time that I haven't watched the later seasons. This could be in season 21 or 22, whatever they're on now. But it could be like, oh, this is like the time Chris Rock got slapped by Will Smith at the Oscars. Guys, that really happened, by the way. Like, you're so clever because you just called attention to a hot button topic. And usually their hot topics that they address are like years or months later, because the way the show is, like, they write these things in like a month and then they make the episode, so everything they talk about could be like just out of date by the time those episodes come out. Or they take a lot longer. What am I saying? They take like 6 months to do like 2 or 3 episodes, so a lot of their topics are already out of date or just irrelevant. So a lot like the Leroy Jenkins joke. Like, come on. You don't have the time. You don't make your episodes in time to be hitting these things fast enough, like South Park does. Like, we've all seen the documentary, like 7 Days of Air or whatever, or in which they make it the Human Centipede episode in a week. I think that's what it was. And like they're in the writing room just like talking about it, and I don't know, they're able to turn out like more, what's the word, topical things sooner than Family Guy. Like, they're really late on these things too, which is why they'd be better at just like general social commentary on things, but not like direct current events, because they're never current by the time those episodes come out. Oh man, Family Guy, what a bizarre existence.